What's up guys, we're back with another DIY. I've got one more DIY coming in after this, which is something for the interior. It's something completely different. So in this one we're going to be doing the RGB flowing lights, the underglow, which has probably been seen quite a bit on influencer cars on Instagram. Let's get straight into it and then yeah, let's not waste any time. So in the box we've got obviously a 6-piece light. That's going to be 2 strips for the front bumper, 2 long strips coming down the side skirts, and then 2 strips for the rear bumper. Obviously a little manual, which doesn't really help anybody. Some nice mounting points. Comes with a nice little remote. Good options on there. That's upside down. You got your receiver inside here. Comes with a plug like this, and then 2 bare wires. Obviously your ground positive, which you will then have to figure out how you're going to do it. If you're going to run on a separate switch, if you're going to run it into your tail lights, your headlights, whatever you're going to do it. Alright guys, it's the next day. I didn't get much done last night. So right now we're going to do the mock-up. I'm going to lay the lights all down on the ground and then see where I need to put them. So the main problem that I'm having right now is finding out where I want to put the lights, because on the front bumper, even though I've got air suspension, you can still see that I do hit the ground on like speed bumps and stuff like that. So the last thing I want is having the lights on this and then it comes off on a speed bump. So my one thought is to try and make a indent inside the lip and then have it sitting like almost flush. Otherwise I need to put behind the lip, which I don't really want to do. So I'm gonna try and figure that out quickly and then I will show you what I'm gonna do. Alright guys, I've been going at it for a little while now, about 2 hours. Got myself a nice little 3rd-degree burn, so that's fantastic. The way that it's supposed to be fitted, I can't do it because I scratched the bumper way too many times in the front. Even though I do drive it quite high, it still hits the front lip. So what I came up with was, I'm basically making like a indent into the front lip. I know it's probably not the best idea because you're gonna make the lip weaker, blah 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 blah. Worst case scenario, I'll just have to make another one. And this thing is so super strong. Like I'm just testing it over here and it's got 0 flex on it. Slapped out the Dremel. This thing is helping quite a bit. I'm just letting it cool down at the moment. So I finished the front. It could have been a little bit better, but it is what it is. It's going to work for now. So it's kind of sitting flush now with the lip, which is kind of what I wanted. So if it scrapes, it just takes off the top layer of the rubber. I just need to redo the wiring on the other side, and then we can lay the sides and the rear. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a little bit. Look, the front bumper was probably the hardest for me for what I needed. If your car is higher, you're not going to be scraping and stuff like that, then it's super simple. It shouldn't take you longer than half an hour to do the front. You literally just double-sided tape, use the brackets, screw it in with the self-taper that they provide you, and then that's it. So that's basically what we're going to be doing now for the rear and the sides. I've got a laser cable at the bottom already. You can't really see much in there. So the wire's going to be running behind this arch molding. We're going to run up, I'll cable tie it at the back there somewhere. It runs down and then straight onto the other side of the LED. So that strip I've now just put on with double-sided tape. I haven't put any self-tappers on or anything. I just wanted to see how it looked and it's looking good. So it's day 3 on a job that's supposed to take maximum 3 hours. Yesterday I just wasn't feeling it because I spent so much time on the bottom of that lip that I had to grind away. So I did show you where I was laying this side, but I'm going to probably just do a time lapse on the other side, just from start to finish. Guys, please make sure you got something to clean the plastic or whatever you guys are going to use to stick the double-sided tape on. Okay guys, I just finished up this side now, just laying the double-sided tape. I'm going to put the mounting brackets up and then I will record how I did that as well. Right, we're done with that, and you can see the brackets actually look pretty decent. Alright, let's get this sorted quickly. If only it was that simple. So I've run most of the cable over the top of the fender liner. I've got a small little cable tie over there that I put up just to keep the wire on this line. Okay guys, the front lights and the sides are now pretty much 100% done. So I'm just going to show you underneath the front now. Please don't judge me. I've only got white silicone, so it does look a bit messy, but I mean it's not going to be seen, so I'm not too bothered. Alright, so the main lines run over here. Just made a little small hole in the bumper, put a cable tie through just to keep the wires intact over there. Now the cable tie here just to keep it nice and straight, and then we just ran it up underneath the bumper through the plastics. Just gonna run up over here. Took the headlight out just now for the wiring. So we're gonna find a spot for this little guy to stand, and then it's done. I've got to figure out the back, and I've got a bit of a problem with the back, and I've been trying to delay it so that I can try and figure it out in my head. The back doesn't really have smooth surface to lay the wires like everything else, or not wires, the lights, so it's almost too long. This has got to go through, so it's obviously the wire's going to run around here, straight underneath. Now I've got this guy and that one over there, so it's twice as much. So what I am thinking of doing is I'm going to mark them up, and then you can see that at every low point over here it's almost got a cutting line. So I might just cut it a bit shorter on both ends and then just replicate what they've done over here. It looks like you can just take this off. So take that off and then just seal it inside. I just want to explain something quickly as well, a bit of a disclaimer as to why this also takes a little bit longer than usual. It's not a matter of just laying the LEDs down and then just connecting the wires and stuff like that, because that would be hella easy and I don't even think you'd need a tutorial on how to do that. The problem with this is the whole thing is a one piece. So if you look at the way we worked it, I started from the front, laid everything underneath, then followed the wire through, then laid the side skirt, and now I've got this wire sticking out, and now I've got to lay the rear. So it's not like I can just unplug this wire and just quickly pop it in again. But yeah, I want to keep this as original as possible, as simple, as straightforward. I'm going to loosen up a bit now. I don't really need to show you because you guys probably don't have the same car as me. Anyway, loosen that, loosen that, loosen that. I'm going to run the lights through and mock it up. So I found a little spot over here that's quite nice. So I'm going to run it, something like that, on that little indent over there, running down. This one's going to run about halfway. And then I'm going to have the other one coming out halfway this side, and then it's going to meet up nicely in the middle. Okay guys, so I made the mark. I just snipped it a little bit. Cut it on the connecting points. Like that. So while this is heating up, I'm going to go do the other side so long. Okay, let's bang this together. You'll notice I put a little bit of tape at the end of this just to keep it clear from getting glue on the edges. Done. Let's try and just squeeze the cap through. Sweet. And I think those are ready to go. How good does this look? I must say, I'm really impressed with the way these brackets and everything hold up. They're actually quite good. Okay, so I just want to finish tucking this wire over here, hide it where it needs to. Then we're just gonna go to the front, finish up that wiring, and then we are done. Alright, cool, so everything is done. The lights are in, the wiring is pretty much set. We just got to get the main power now to your designated spot, but mine's going to be in the headlights. So I'm going to put mine on the park lights, simply because I've already got a modification there for the front bumper. So I might as well just keep going there. So the way that I'm doing this modification, I wouldn't highly recommend it because you might get error codes and stuff like that. What I would recommend doing is putting an inline fuse in, running it to the front of the car and putting a little switch inside somewhere. So that would be my advice. Obviously, you could do it the same way I'm doing it, but I take no responsibility if something goes wrong like that. Ladies and gentlemen, we're done. Let's see what the lights look like, and yeah, hopefully you guys like it. Alright, so let's smash these lights off. Bada bim, bada boom. That is so ricer, I love it. That is so ricer, holy shit. It looks sick. Obviously we can do static. That's pretty cool. It's got a whole bunch of modes to go through. I am selling these kits, so if anybody is interested, send me a DM on Instagram. There is also a option of running it on your phone. There is an app option. So if you guys are interested maybe in that one, then let me know. I'll give you prices for anything. And then also, you don't necessarily need the same sizes as me. You don't need to go as the same number of lights. You can go just the front, just the back, just the sides, the front and the sides. Doesn't really matter. There's a couple of options. But yeah, if you guys found this tutorial helpful, then do let me know down below. I am going to be posting another one shortly. But yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching. I hope this was helpful for some of you, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.